Hey guys, it's just me again. Um, Gosh, at the drama and bullcrap that is being stirred around. I did manage to find a picture of that red Toyota truck that lives about 1 minute from Don and Candace. Um, I also found a picture of what they believe might be Candace in the van. Who are these people that owns this red Toyota truck? I don't know. Maybe one of the locals there could go down to the courthouse and find out for us. I did find out that Jody Sue and her husband were both convicted of basically running a drug house, like a crack house type thing. And her husband has already been charged with bringing in pounds and pounds of Scheduled for narcotics. My question is to Jody Sue, is Jody Sue, if you had all of these people over there at that house, what pedophile, piece of shit type person did you have over there on the internet that day? Was it not your mother-in-law, but you and you alone, or you and Andy alone? The ones that was given internet access to Randy Hass, right across the street from where Summer was at? Or shall we go through some of the people that was arrested at the same time for possession of Scheduled for narcotics to find out exactly who goes to that house? Starting with Chad Blesson, Frank Light, Edward Redding. I can name off a whole bunch. That could have been at your house that seen Summer Wells out somewhere. So you and you alone, hon, need to tell what you know, because we all know that you know something more than what you are saying, because you are saying a whole lot of nothing, just like I have sat and talked in a circle. It seems like 5 minutes to make this point. But you could not come out and tell the police that they were at your house, could you? Because then the potential for you or your husband goes way up for going back to jail. And of course, you do not want the investigators to see what might be on your Wi-Fi. Right? Yours and Andy's Wi-Fi. Folks, you don't have to believe me. Just pull up a Truth Finder report on her and her husband. and see the list of people that they are involved with, the associates that they have. All these people that you've been hearing about, seems like they may have been regulars just right across the street there. And all the way down Beach Creek. And in no way am I excusing Mr. and Mrs. Wells, because it has been said enough times of how her husband had been spending time up there with them. And I don't doubt for a second that she was spending time with Candace. Might not been as much time. Now, people, it was said in her own words that she could not walk that day. Her kids were having to carry her. She was that sick. But then in her next phrase, she says she was going through the creeks and was part of the search team and was actively searching for Summer. What happened there? Were you really not that sick? You need to tell what you know, and all of it. And no, I am not, like you say, one of these itsy bitsy creators that is just right behind one of the bigger creators. Nobody's behind my channel, hun, except me. I am not associated with anybody else, because all this other garbage is really disgusting me. And if any of these true crime communities is playing cowboys and Indians and dressing up as FBI agents or anything, it needs to stop. And any evidence that you do have needs turned over to the FBI and to the TBI. Let them decide whether it is fact, whether it is fiction, and whether it is worth following up with. Then let it go. Move on to the next. As far as the billboard goes, I think that billboard is in Chase's name and he is responsible for making the payments on it. If he does not make the payments on it, Summer's picture will be pulled down. And it's as simple as that. If people are sending it to Lamar, he don't know what's been paid on it and what's not. He can't keep up with that. And he has that financed in his name. Anybody that's not familiar with credit knows that could ruin that man who was trying to help. I do not doubt that he was told this mess, but let me tell y'all something. These creators had that recording since October the 22nd. This is like, what, October the 30th? And they're just now coming out with it. Why was it not important enough to come out with on the 22nd? Why was it not given to the TBI? Now, have you gave Grandma that chance to even be leaving Tennessee again? And this time, did she take Summer's body with her? Or did she take Summer with her? We don't know, because y'all are over here creating things that is not so. These creators over here that is doxing and creating things about other creators, y'all need to stop that. That's some stuff from junior high school. And I checked that out, that company that Q Carlock works for. And that, according to Google, that is not a scam. That is a very legit company. And I don't know Q that well. I mean, I've spoke to her buying merchandise and stuff. And I have sat in her lives, but I am not involved with her, and she does not back my channels. Same thing with any of the rest of them. But let me tell you, out of any of y'all, all of you, it has been days since I have heard justice for Summer. Find Summer Wells. Summer's arming. Where's Summer? We want Summer. I've heard none of this because we're over here. Me, 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 me. Money, 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 money. Oh my God, y'all, I am so tired of hearing it. And to this other group of people who's hollering, well, they should have had a 501c3. Crowdfunding is a thing, but even with a 501c3, you have to allow time for accountability and for accounting, and to see where the paperwork takes you, to even see if anything is going to be mishandled or not. Any of y'all that has had guests that has took it upon yourself, whether they are telling the truth or not, and they may have information or not about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, or if one of them has said, and a family member has said, he has seen Summer Wells' body, that should have been took straight to the TBI. It doesn't matter if you thought or she thought he was guilty or not. That piece of information should have been given to the TBI 6 weeks ago or longer. And Don Wells, brother, you got out there driving tonight, and do you realize what you have done now? Making it harder to even see your boys or get your boys. You're going to lose your license. You're not going to be able to drive back and forth to work to provide a way of life to get those children returned. Because you are hitting bottom. Maybe soon, both of you will hit bottom together, and y'all can start crawling back up slowly. And in the midst of that, maybe we can find Summer. And I'm not happy that you went to jail tonight, because somewhere in the back of my mind, I feel like Summer's life still depends on you. That you do have some sort of control or say so, or she's dependent on you for a food source or something. So it worries me that you're out of the picture now. And if you, sir, are in jail, or you, Candace, think that he may have hid Summer away, it's time to speak up, because what's going to happen to her if he is incarcerated for a long period of time? Guys, let's get our facts back together. Let's come back together as a true crime community. Let's find these people. I want to believe that there is something to that whole thing about people coming down from New York, staying 24 hours, turning around and leaving again. I feel like they brought drugs here. Jose was left to collect the money for those drugs. Now, where is Jose? Where is the money for those drugs? We've got a car that's paid for that has appeared, but they can't even pay to put insurance on that car. So after 6 months of not getting their money, perhaps, was Summer then taken for the remainder amount of that money? Did Candace and Don let Jody Sue and Andy have these drugs to distribute, and they all distributed it and nobody paid the actual dealers from New York? Jody Sue won't say anything because, like she said, she has the only other girl in that hole. Guys, we have to come back together. We have to start back at the beginning and think, where's Summer Wells? It's getting cold out here in the Appalachians at night. And every night at sunset, when that cold chill sets in, I have this dread that falls over me because I know every day that goes by, our chances get less and less for us to find Summer Wells.